What's going on, fam? It's Jay the Black here. Salute to everybody. I want to talk about Brittany Renner. She was doing an interview, her and Tiana Trump, with ADMlTS on his No Jumper podcast. Okay, and she was asked about Lil UZl Vert. They briefly dated in 2017, and of course, she uses that to her gain. Like a lot of these chicks, they use these rappers or athletes as resumes to talk about how they date this guy and that guy. She wrote a whole book on her resume of athletes she's been with. Okay. And they're doing this particular podcast. Now, this is an excerpt from Hot New Hip Hop. All right. It says, much has been said about the relationship that Uzi and Renner once shared. When she got into the topic of her exes near the 50-minute mark, she noted that she never had serious feelings for the rapper. Of course, I love him. He's cute. He's funny. He's nice. Like, what's not to love about Uzi? She asked Adam before clarifying, I haven't been in love in years, so I haven't met that guy. Now, that's a bit different from, I would say, 2 years ago when a leaked audio was leaked of her literally begging to see this guy. He was ignoring her, and she went on this tirade in this leaked audio because he was ignoring her. She offered to do all of these different acts for him, and he still wasn't interested. He was done with it, but he didn't know how to break it off. And guys can be like that. Guys can deal with females longer than they want to. But I guess to save face, because that whole Lil UZl Vert situation has made her look bad, now she wants to claim that she never loved this guy. Oh, but you can, in this leaked audio, you're begging to see this guy. You're talking about you do all these different things. If he would just show you a little attention, you're willing to do whatever. And he still doesn't respond. He still ignores you. And I think that ever since then, she's been embarrassed, and she's trying to now make it seem like she had no feelings for him. You had feelings for him. He knows you had feelings for him. You're not fooling anybody in this situation. You love him. You still would, like, if he wanted to be with her today, she would be with him. No hesitation. But you have particular females, right? When a guy curves them or a guy doesn't want to be with them anymore, they'll start going around talking about how they don't want to be with the guy anyway. Just making all these different excuses. At the end of the day, okay, a lot of these women, when they really like a guy, right, they're going to do everything they can to stay with that guy. And now I feel like that's the case with Brittany Renner. I'm not really sure. Well, I'm sure, but she was dating a guy who wasn't necessarily a rapper or an athlete. Might have been an athlete, non-black dude. And I think she stopped dealing with him to get with UZl Vert, if I'm not mistaken. And no, actually, I think she stopped dating her boyfriend to get with Cap, and then get with Uzi. As a matter of fact, speaking of Kaepernick, it was always hilarious to hear her have to basically admit that Kaepernick made her pay for her own flight to go see him. that has always made me chuckle, man, because like these chicks, man, like that just shows you the desperate mindset they have to get with one of these guys who they know have money, they know are famous. They either want to get a kid by them, or they want to be in a relationship or marry them. And what happens is a lot of these guys don't even marry these chicks. Like they don't marry these chicks. Okay. This is why Brittany Renner, to my knowledge, is still single. I don't think she's with anybody. What was it? Last year she was on IG Live trying to flirt with Tekashi 6ix9ine. But I don't think Tekashi really took that seriously. He might have already smashed. Who knows? I mean, with the book she wrote, ain't no telling. There really ain't no telling. But once again, you know, she's on this book. She's on here. She's on these a tour to promote her book about smashing all these different dudes. And I want people to understand that the mentality, and it's just like with Future and his 7th baby mama. You know, these chicks will claim one thing and do another. You know, you want to be seen as a sympathetic figure. You want to be seen as these guys are doing things to you, making you look like the bad guy, when really you put yourself in a situation where there is no winner. And that's the thing with Brittany Renner. Like, she tries to come off as a regular average girl, but you're out here and you're trying to be the stereotypical IG design, you know? And what's very interesting is that you have a person here who probably has the potential to do a lot of different things, but she's still using a dude who she briefly dated as a reference point, as a way to get into interviews. Listen, ADMlTS would have never wanted to interview Brittany Renner if she didn't have never dealt with Lil UZl Vert, you know. And that was one of the main reasons why she was there, because it wasn't just there by herself. She was there with the Tiana Trump female. I think they might be traveling together, who knows. But it's because she was there to talk about a known celebrity male. And that's who she is. That's who she's going to be. This is why she wrote this book with no hesitation. She's still hurt because UZl Vert curved her. That's why she is still, I would say still, this is why she is now speaking out against him. She's speaking out against him now because he wants nothing to do with her. He wants nothing to do with her. And she understands that. She understands that she out here looking bad. She's out here looking real bad, you know, and she's trying to utilize whatever 5 minutes are left with this book, with the dudes that she has smashed, in order to garner attention and relevance. Nobody was thinking about Brittany Renner until today. You know, I want you to understand, multiple people have sent me this. They've sent me articles and videos of the things that she was saying. She was out of sight and out of mind. Just like Amber Rose. Why do you think I haven't done a video about Amber Rose in a long time? Because she's out of sight and out of mind. But this situation was very interesting to me, and that's why I wanted to speak on it, because you have somebody here who's a perfect example of the type of female who chase behind these athletes and rappers until they done hit the wall. All of a sudden now they want them a good guy, a nice guy, a nerd, all the guys that they didn't really want, you know, when they were in their prime. But once they're no longer in their prime, now they come to you talking about how, you know, they like male, they like a lot of the interests that we have. They like a lot of, you know, our hobbies as far as maybe video gaming. They support men's rights, and they're not feminists, even though they embrace the ideology with this independent woman crap. And I just find it very humorous that, you know, these chicks can, even a couple of years after getting curved, for the whole world to listen to, that you're back on social media, you're still promoting a book that is what, about a year old? And almost a year old. I think it's about a year old. And you're making a fool of yourself. You're making a complete fool of yourself. But they don't care, man. It's currency. To them, attention and getting to sleep with one of these rappers means more than anything. It means more than self-respect. It means more than getting a ring. So they're willing to make themselves look thirsty. They're willing to make themselves look desperate in order to get the attention of the guys that they want. Just like these particular females who get with like Future or some of these other rappers, you know, and these guys don't fulfill what they want. You know, they done sold them dreams and they don't fulfill it. Like you should have known that was coming. Like, why does his behavior surprise you now? That's who he is. That is who he is. It's not like he was pretending. That's who he is. You have to accept people for who they are. And she got with all these guys who were emotionally unavailable, who were getting with other women. You talking about you don't love this guy, but you loved him before. And that leaked audio, that was a lot of love to me. That was somebody who realized that they were used. They realized that they were nothing more than something to smash. And when he got bored, he moved on. And I think the one thing he didn't do was tell you directly. I mean, you literally said that you would do anything for him to respond to you. That was love, Brittany. That wasn't no mistake. That wasn't no error. You weren't having a bad night. You were expressing how you truly feel. That's how you feel. That's love. You still have love for that guy, I believe. But I think he still hasn't responded. And I don't think he is going to respond. I don't think he should respond. It's over. Move on. You don't see him talking about you. I'm telling you right now, if dudes were going around talking about all the celebrity women they've dated and they've been with in those relationships, those guys will be quickly demonized. Those guys will be treated like outcasts. People would not have any respect for them whatsoever. Okay? This particular human wrote a whole book about her personal business. Because she realized she had to monetize that thoughtness. And listen, if you want to monetize your thoughtiness, do it. But just understand, them dudes are laughing because they didn't lose anything dealing with you in this situation.